To work with our database, basically to add information to the database, we should use forms. In the internet, you can find different forms. For example, in the Google, we can write form HTML templates or form templates HTML based on your request and find out the list of forms you can use for your task. For example, I can use the sources that are placed on the web page, or I can use the simple example from w3schools.com, where the simple form without any design is created. But to do it, my task is to use File Manager to access folder where files for my project will be located. When File Manager is opened, my task is to allocate public HTML folder. This is a folder where my web page will be allocated for all tasks. And I will create the new subfolder to publish my project. Pressing folder button, I will create the folder with the name of data. The folder is created, and now I can create files that will be accessed from internet. The first file will be with the name file.php, form.php. I will use PHP language, that is server-side backend language, basically used in nowadays platforms, open source platforms. It means that it's much more easier to find explanation of new commands, of new libraries, and new frameworks that can be implemented inside this language. So I will use also this language as a main part of the language for my project. The file is created. I can edit the file from the same place. Basically double click on the file, select edit. Prove that I would like to edit this text, and my task is just to copy paste the source code for my form inside the file. If I press Save Changes, I can check that I can already access. I will write the URL of the page. Basically, page is located on my domain. Folder name data, file name form.php, I can access the existing form. But now let's read information about the form. The structure of the page is written on HTML language. We have the section body, basically the information that is displayed on the screen, and I have form with the option action. Right now I will erase the addressation of basically the link to external file. Right now I will place just no link, and I have two columns, two objects, object for entering first name and object for entering last name. In my example, I have to request 4 records. First name, I will ask the person to enter first name. I won't provide any predefined values. Once more, I will display my form. You can see that predefined values are entered, and these predefined values are placed in this place. I won't use it. Also the same I will do with the second row, third row, and fourth row. If I save changes and refresh my table, now I have more text boxes on the screen. I will minimize the space between objects using break line. I will use only one enter instead of two. Again, save changes, and seamlessly I can check what is done already. I will enter additional space before button just to separate them. I will erase unuseful text. This text is not useful for me. Again, save changes and refresh. And I will make changes inside the form names. I will write not last name but email. And I will request phone number. Now I have the option to enter values. The next is to define the name for each text box. Name is used to read value from these boxes, and name should be unique for each input we have on the screen. I will have name first name, I will have name last name, I will have name mail, and I will have name phone. Once more, I will go back to my remarks and write down that I have F name, I have L name, inside the form I have mail, and I have phone number. I should write this information somewhere to speed up data access when I will write the code or I will work with my database. So now the structure exists. Some field is required for me. I can just add additional tab and user should fill this field before continuing to next step. In this example, I won't use requirements for any fields, but I just leave it empty. Next is to connect two pages. Basically, on the page with the name form, I will fill in information, and then I would like to access additional page or the second page where this information that is written will be displayed. My task is to create new page with the name result. As you can see, we can select any name based on your choice, but try to select the names that will help you to understand what basically this program or sub-program does. The file is created. I will open edit of the page, and I will define the structure. This page will be written on PHP language. I will define the structure of the page. Start programming language and finish programming language. Right now, I will save this page. Close. I will go back to form just to merge one page with another. Opening edit. I will write when the form is accessed, I should go to result.php page. The connection is done for form. When the button is pressed, basically when the action is provided, I'm redirected to some specific page. I will check the result. I refresh the page. I will write down some information. I will press button and I will see that the page result PHP is displayed and all my form variables are placed inside URL address. The next, my task is to read these values, and to perform this task, I will open result page because this is the page that is displayed and where variables are located for the edit. I will use variable's name. I will define variable name. I will define last name. I will define the variable mail, and I will define the variable phone number. And now my task is to read values from these fields. I will say that vname will be first name data from the input box. That means that I would like to get data from this field. As for the last name, also I will get data from last name field. For male, I will get data from male field. And finally, for the phone end, I will get values from phone field. And now I will try just to display at least one field on the screen, and to display I will use echo command for outputting variable on the screen, and for example I will output the name on the screen. I will save changes, I will close file, I will go back, refresh the page, and I will write down video information. Almost real information. I will press submit button and I see that the first variable is placed on the screen.